So, content involving Vivziepop and the Helluverse has been blowing up pretty much as of late, and I'm planning on getting on that bandwagon soon enough, but for right now we're going to be talking about Twitter. Despite Twitter and Tumblr being the main audience for Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel, for some reason they're the series' biggest haters. And I don't even mean like the people on Twitter that are like the fucking I hate woke-tards or the Christians that are mad about the demons in the show or whatever.
This is like her best friend or something. What is his name?
Alistair.
That's not just some name. Just pick it up. How do you guys think?
Alistair Crowley.
He was a pedophile. Like, why would you glamorize somebody like that as being the best friend? It says here that he is the main protagonist. Somewhere said on the show. He's like best friends with Charlie. So why would you glamorize somebody who is a pedophile occultist?
I mean, like the actual target audience or the big group PFPs and pronouns in their bio. My current working theory is that these are people who are mad that their crazy new IPs didn't get picked up for pilots or shows. And believe me, I'm not a fan of Vivziepop or her shows. I think they're mostly terribly written slogs that are horrendous to sit through. I'm planning an entire Has Been Hotel rewrite in the near future, so please do not take these as the ramblings of a white knight or neck-bearded man-child. I just happen to hate Twitter artists more than I hate Vivziepop, so unfortunately, I'm forced to defend this show. So recently there was a Twitter post that kind of blew up saying that Luna, the furry from Helluva Boss, her human design sucks. It should be noted that the first instance of this design was 4 years ago and absolutely nobody fucking cared. As a matter of fact, I remember you people barking like damn dogs when this design first showed up on the screen. But this person was apparently fucking 9 when this came out, so I mean, like, I guess you weren't around for that. Wait, why are you watching this? So, like Twitter clockwork, whenever there happens to be an art-related subject involved where the original tweet user dislikes something, Twitter artists are always going to come in to try and redesign it. You scroll down once in the comment section and you immediately see somebody trying to fucking own Vivziepop on her own design, and it still doesn't look that good. Like, I'm not a crazy fan of the design either. It's not that bad, but it's also not really particularly good either. So we're just going to be looking at like some of the retweets and the comments and people's attempts to redesign Luna's human form. But before anything, I feel like we should probably try and define what would make a good human Luna design. Well, the first thing we're going to need is to determine what makes a good non-human to human design in the first place. Non-human to human is one of my favorite fan art tropes. It often leads to some of the most creative reimaginings of characters that I've ever seen put to page. And the most important thing when doing that is trying to translate those non-human features into something more human. You shouldn't forget the things that make a design recognizable when you're trying to redesign a character. That's where the main bit of creativity comes in. For example, Floating Megan's take on Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher is a character that is very well known for being butchered by these Tumblr sexy man human redesigns. They're trying too hard to make him look normal and attractive, and they just completely forget who they're drawing. They don't create the multi-trillion-year-old eldritch entity that Bill Cipher is, and they just make like a Has Been Hotel character. But this design fucking sticks. He's a fat, weird, one-eyed man with incredibly stiff limbs just like Bill has in the series. His body maintains that triangular shape where it's way slimmer at the top and then it gets wider and wider as it goes down to the waist. He doesn't need a bunch of triangle motifs like a lot of the other redesigns do. You can just tell just from his body shape what he's meant to be. The collar of his suit has an opening to the undershirt where it looks like the main eye that he has in the series. It's fucking awesome. Like, I'd make a deal with that guy. That guy's sick. But I feel like you get what I mean. Vivziepop even does this with the human Stolas design. And don't get me started on this design. I fucking despise it. I have a lot of words for it. Why does he have that stupid ass Tokyo Revengers neck? It makes me mad. But there are elements to it that I like. Like how later on in the episode he's introduced in, he gets an extra pair of glasses that represent the extra pair of eyes on his forehead. He also has a cool like nose curve that represents like his owl beak. Like, that's cool. The design still sucks absolute ass, but it still has that going for it. The Luna design isn't butt ugly, but it also doesn't have any of the things that I, described as being good in non-human to human designs. So unlike the Stolas design that makes me want to put Bryce Pinkham in a failing Springlock suit, the Luna design is just the definition of meh. So let's set an example with a good Luna human redesign. This edit by Luna Loca is one of the few that actually bothers to add to the design. This design is very cool. I like how the vitiligo or tan lines or whatever is curled in the shape of like, you know, wolf fur. Like how wolves have the dark gray, but like on their stomachs and necks, it's gonna like turn white. I like the dark gray hair. It adds to the gothic feel of it. And most importantly, they changed Luna's choker back to the spiked collar that it is in her regular design. It shows really well that this is a hound that turns into a person. The design is also simple and wouldn't be fucking hell to animate. And most importantly, the design still looks like Luna. This is something that will get incredibly aggravating as we go through these designs. So firstly, let's look at this design by Sarah Sack and Okay, that's just actually a completely different person. I looked on this person's profile to see if maybe this was like their OC that they were drawing like on top of this, or just drawing their OC in this pose, but like I couldn't find anything that looked even remotely like this, so I'm just gonna assume this is an attempt at a redesign. There's literally nothing about this design that resembles Luna at all. The only thing that's even like remotely similar is the little moon collar, but that's about it. Like, whose mans is this? Bro thinks he's invited. Next up, we have a design by Ittybit, which is like, I mean, Juggalo Luna is crazy. Like, I could kind of see what's being gone for here, like the little white face of the wolf being translated into Juggalo makeup, but like, it really doesn't translate as well as the design that I brought up earlier. Next up, a design by Candy Wrapped. This one's interesting, I kind of like it. Instead of it being tan lines, it's like scars that are like representing, what I'm assuming is representing like the little wolf color hue shift from fur. Also kept the spiked choker. It still looks a decent amount like Luna, so it doesn't really have the bad translation thing that a lot of the other ones here and that'll later appear have. It's not that bad a take. I like it. Next up, I got one from Fandom Frenzy, which is like another Juggalo design. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Juggalo interpretation of Luna, but I low-key don't care about this design because the outfit goes hard. The outfit is funky fresh, as the kids say. Can you tell I've not been outside in ages? Either way, the outfit goes hard. You get an A. You get an A minus, A plus, A, B, C. Next up, a take by Sangaroo, and that it's not. Wait a minute. This isn't me. What am I trying to be nice for?
This shit look nasty as fuck!
What is this body shape? Why is there bone shit on the chest? I don't get it. This isn't even something that real human beings wear outside of costume parties. The outfit is nowhere similar. It doesn't look like Luna at all. But I'm a changed man. I'm not entirely a hater. I will give my positives. This design being given a ponytail is cool because it's like a dog tail, and that is about it. We're moving on. Next up, the one by Octo Taco, and before I touch this with a 10-foot pole, I'd like everybody here to know I am an African-American male. I'm black.
What?
I also don't mind race swapping when it comes to redesigns and fan works of characters, so I better not hear anybody trying to call me racist when I say what I'm about to say.
This shit look nasty as
And I like it. A black Luna design could go utterly dummy, but this just looks like Jada Smith in a wig. I get that when people contort their faces, they have wrinkles, but this combined with like the curly gray hairs, it just reminds me of my goddamn grandma, and I don't like it. This is supposed to be a 20-year-old wolf human girl redesign, and this looks like one of my 40-year-old aunties. Like, if you don't go put on a blazer and a pencil skirt, nigga, you too old for this. We got auntie reliving her prime goth days. Alright, we're almost at 8 minutes for recording time. We gotta find one more redesign. Okay, Fallen Star Draws, I found one. Okay, so this design is cool if it was not a Luna redesign. The art is great and makes a very awesome Helluva Boss OC, but it looks absolutely nothing like Luna. The design is sick though, so I will give it that. It's definitely up there. I like this design. And that's going to close up all the ones that I'm going to bring up for today, because I feel like I expressed the point enough. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting that this is supposed to be a redesign of a character. When you're making a redesign of a human design for a character, you should not just be trying to make a redesign that makes that design more appealing. You should be trying to make that one that makes that more appealing while also keeping true to the original design. Too many people were taking this from the perspective of how can I make this Luna design look better, and not at all focusing on her actual Hellhound design. Hence why the ones that did are really fucking good. You can't just say that your design is better than the one that they have in canon when it doesn't even make sense with the context provided. Either way, that's it. This is like mostly jokes. I really, truly do hate Twitter artists, though. They suck doo-doo butt balls, except the ones that were good in this video. Y'all are awesome. I try to be a lot less mean-spirited in this video than I usually am, and believe me, this took a lot of effort. I'm trying to change into a respectable boy that YouTube will give money to proudly. Plus, not as many of these artists had that same, like, unearned smugness that a lot of people do, especially when regarding Has-Been Hotel specifically. It was kind of just like a generally sort of harmless trend, so I, couldn't find it in my deep, dark, mummy soul to be as mean as I could be. But either way, I hope you enjoyed it, and, bye.
Going down, yeah, it's going down. Oh my god, Johnny thinks she, oh my god, yeah.